A common theme of the charity is just looking for that inspiration. So like now a more personal question to you, who inspires you? Who or what inspires you? Whether it's someone in your life or just like listening to music. So
yeah, I mean, lots of things, lots and lots of things. I mean, I would of course start off with my family. I mean, and that includes pretty much my entire family, and that my parents and my brother who's younger than I am, and my girlfriend, and all of them are probably my biggest inspirations because first of all, I just admire them as human beings first and foremost, and I admire the work ethic they have, and I admire their strength and their wisdom. And I think too, I just admire how supportive they've been of me throughout my life and how loving they've been towards me. And then in terms of, you know, what inspires me, I think the main consistency that inspires me is, or what has remained consistent throughout my life that has inspired me is honesty, I think, is really the most inspiring thing to me, because I think, you know, you can have something that might technically be inspiring, but if it doesn't carry that trait, then to me, you know, whereas I think a lot of people might look at this film and see it as one that isn't necessarily inspiring because it's very honest, but I would beg to differ. I think it's an incredibly inspiring film because it is absolutely honest, and I think if it were being dishonest at any moment, then it would take some of that away. And so I think for me, that's really, you know, throughout my life, throughout my career, that's how I want to work and live, and hopefully I will for the rest of my life.
Oh, that's absolutely amazing. We we have the slogan at the charity called "Keep It Real," and that's what we do under the banner of this the videos that we do. It's on Keep It Real TV.
Oh, that's what I mean. You can use any word for it, you know.
Honestly, keep it real. That's literally that carries through. You mentioned working with your heroes, even in Lean on Feet. So you're working with Steve Buscemi, Chloë Sevigny, and you were in Boardwalk Empire as well. What's it like to be rubbing shoulders with those guys? Did they have a big impact on you, or did you feel like you had to step up to the bar, or was it really nurturing?
No, I mean, I would say it was all three. I think, you know, there was definitely a part of me that, you know, really was like the pressure's on, and when you're toe to toe with these guys who've been doing it for so long, and I mean, especially just those two people in general, have just been a part of cinema history, and especially with Steve, getting to work with everyone that he has and getting to be a part of the films that he's been a part of. And I mean, it is kind of intimidating, but then you meet them, and of course they're human beings, and you know, they're just like you in so many ways, and that's of course refreshing. But then also too, I think with those two people in particular, they're so kind and generous and so present, and they really treated me as contemporaries, as a contemporary rather than, you know, as someone who's, you know, young and doesn't know anything. And I think that was something that I admire so much about both of them. And it made it so easy to work with them and so easy to kind of fall into a rhythm with them. And also, you know, to go into your third point, so easy to learn from them, because I think, you know, I was saying, someone asked me earlier if Steve or Chloe had given me any advice, and I said, you know, I think the greatest advice they gave was just in their actions and how they treated others and how they composed themselves on set and when we were out to eat and just walking down the street. And that's the kind of stuff that I really, really do remember, rather than just the words themselves, but really, you know, just in general who they are as human beings.